Hello folks, and welcome to our very first attempt of our very first video for our new YouTube channel. We are Red River Kentucky Farms. It is January 1st, 2024, and we hope everybody had a great Christmas and a great Happy New Year. And we are going to attempt to share a little bit of what we got going on here. We are located about an hour and a half, roughly, east of Lexington, Kentucky. We're in Wolfe County, in the Campton, Kentucky area, close to a place called Red River Gorge. We're only about 20 minutes from the Slade exit that takes you into Natural Bridge and Red River Gorge area. As a crow flies, let's see, that would be that way. Am I right? Or that way? That way. You would find the Clifty Wilderness area. And as the crow flies, it's only about 5 or 6 miles from where we're located at right now. So what we do is we have a little fun with honeybees. We raise bees. We gather some honey throughout the season and sell at our local farmer markets. And we dabble on a few things here. So we're going to share a new adventure with you today. So this is our very first attempt of our next little venture here. We're going to share just a minute. Okay, so our next adventure here that we're going to attempt for the very first time. If we succeed, you'll be there with us. If we fail, you'll be there with us. And hopefully we will learn together as we go. This is not going to be a video on how you do this. This is going to be a video on learning as we go, we could say. So we're going to turn the camera around here and just share a little bit of what we got going on here. Okay, this is Lucy, our sidekick here for this morning. And Izzy's running around here somewhere. But anyway, if you look there in the background, you'll see these blue lines running down the hills there. These zigzag back and forth. We're going to get closer here. And again, we're not going to do, hopefully, a whole lot of editing and all this fancy stuff, because one, technology and us just don't get along. So if a bar gets me, you're going to hear it. But anyway, this tubing is for an attempt maple syrup production. And this right here is a end where we start an anchor point. But anyway, this is our first tree here, and this line is just going to kind of zigzag down through our maples. And we have a wide variety of them, mostly sugar maples. We have a few red maples and very few silver maples. But anyway, we'll go down the hill here in just a few minutes, but they kind of zigzag around. We have approximately, as of right now, 167 taps. And a taps is basically this drop line right here. It's just in its resting position, waiting for the Mother Nature to kick in and do her thing. But we'll come along when it's time and drill a hole in the tree, proper size. This will get hammered into it, and hopefully that's where the sap production will start. These are called lateral lines, and they'll run down the hill, and they're going to pick up into what they call a main line. This right here is 3/16 tubing, supposed to produce a better vacuum, and these will run again into that main line, and we're going to run down there in just a second and just show you where that's at. So we'll meet you down here at the main line. And by the way, this here is Izzy. The black one is Lucy. They are again of our helpmates here. They run around the hills with us, and they think they're bird dogs sometimes. But anyway, this right here is one of our main lines. This right here is a starting point, and what we have here is this is a 3/4 inch line. We've got a shutoff on it, and we will have a bucket. It's basically going to be a 5-gallon bucket here hooked at this with a lid on it, and this will be a point where we're going to run a few trees right into a bucket where we're manually going to become emptying those. So this will be like a funnel where we can dump some of the sap to run down and pick up in the collection tank. So we're going to walk down the hill here, and so we'll run down here to the first saddle, and we'll show you a little bit what that looks like. Okay, we're just down the hill a little bit here to our first connection, but anyway, you can see kind of a series of the tubings that runs from different points. And we're kind of parked right up here, just kind of give you an idea where we're at. We're only not even 75 feet off the path. But anyway, this lateral line that we mentioned a while ago, That's the 3/16 tubing that comes over and ties to this 3/4 inch main line. Through this little mechanism here, we drill a hole, and we'll have a video showing that, and that ties in there, and that's where the sap will run into this. So this 3/16 line, this is kind of like a creek, if you want to use that as an example. And that creek's going to run into this big old 3/4 inch line, which is the main line, or it'd be like a river. So the creek's going to run into the river, and at the bottom we're going to have a big old thing kind of similar to the ocean where all this stuff's going to collect. But we're going to run up to the other main line on our way back out of here and do a little shot right there. So we'll see you on the other side here. Okay, we're now at the bottom of the hill. If you hear somebody breathing real hard, that's not me, that's Lucy. She ran down the hill here. But anyway, we're down here towards the bottom, and we're going to venture around here in a second. But you can just kind of see right straight up there is where we was at. This main line over here to my left, that one is only 375 feet from the, it's going to actually ties into this other main line here. This main line here that's above our head, this one here is approximately 800 feet to the top of the hill up there where it picks up several lateral lines. So all of these are going to run downhill. Gravity is our friend here. But right now, like I said, this is our first attempt doing maple syrup. We did not get started doing this till probably September. We was going to wait and do it next year, but we got excited and we couldn't wait. So we figured we'd give it a try. Again, if we succeed, you'll be there, and if we fail, you'll be there too. So let's run down here to our collection point, and we'll talk about the main line, how to install and what we did, and just to back up and get you up to speed here. And hopefully from this video forward, you'll be caught up, and we'll be going step by step. Okay, we're now down to the bottom hill, and I'll turn the camera around here in just a second. Before we do, we're going to ask everybody, if you will, please go and like, subscribe, pound that thing, whatever you do to help us get the word out. We'd appreciate it. And I mentioned earlier about the honeybees and working with the bees. We started with them in 2020. Just a little quick recap here. We started with 4 hives. The following spring and summer, we was up to 17 hives. The following year after that, we was up to 57 hives. And this past summer, we was blessed to be at 85 hives. We did a couple thousand pounds of honey. So we had a very good year. I feel we had a good year anyway. So we've got plans for this year, and this will be on the channel later. But right now, let's turn around here, and I'll back up and try to give you an idea of what we did to install this main line here to get us going. But the first step was kind of cut the path for this wire. This gets supported on each end, and this is what kind of holds everything up here. You can see as this one here is tied every 18 inches or so with little wire ties. And if you see me fall or hear me fall, or you'll know that I took a tumble. But anyway, it's also supported on the side here by a lesser gauge wire, 14 gauge wire. And this is to help it and prevent if you have a tree come down or a deer run through or something like that. It's made to slide up and down the tree or break that wire where it won't put a serious damage on this main line. You might have to come back and pick it up and retie it, but other than that, that should withstand that. Okay, as we come down here to the end, to where hopefully the creek runs into the river and the river runs into the ocean, this is hopefully where we're going to collect our sap. This here is a 300 gallon, IBC tote, food grade. And we still got some work to do, so we're not done. But anyway, this line here will go into that hole there. We'll actually filter everything that goes in here. The sap is going to get filtered several times throughout this process. But then we'll come up here and collect it here and transport down to the area where we'll be working. So that's just a little bit of that. Let's run down here and take a look at our homemade first year little evaporator. Okay, this is down here at the bottom of the hill where we're going to be doing most of our work. Once we get the sap off the hill, this here's the way we came down. Up there on the dam above at the pond there, you'll see another tank. That's there for emergency in case we need more storage capacity. It's ready to go just in case. That white tank on the hill, I think it holds 525 gallons. This one here holds 500 gallons, and it's ready to go. Then we got another 300-gallon tote sitting here beside us. The theory, the way this is supposed to work, is we'll have our reverse osmosis. We did a little DIY reverse osmosis where we will pull a lot, or hopefully a lot, of the water content out of the sap, which will save us time boiling down, getting closer to syrup. So that's the hope for this right here. We'll put all of our sap in here, run it through reverse osmosis. Once it goes through there, we'll store it in this tank here and get it ready to boil. Okay, try not to laugh at our little redneck setup here, but it's supposed to work. It's been proven through a lot of other folks. But basically we have cinder blocks here that is lined with dirt, and we've actually got them kind of mortared together with clay, and on each end we've got them blocked off here. And on this end we've got, or both ends, we've actually got a door off a commercial oven that's insulated to kind of help hold in the heat. It runs over here to a little blower. We have ran this once. We've not done it since we've put in the rope or the gasket material around the pan. So hopefully the next video we do, we'll be doing a test boil and getting ready for the main thing here. So that's kind of our homemade evaporator for this year. And again, next video we will try to do a test boil and kind of give you an idea of what happens. When this video finally goes live, again, it's January 1st, 2024. When this video does go live, we'll have a new Facebook page dedicated nothing but Kentucky maple syrup, hopefully. And that will be Red River Maple Syrup. Again, it'll go live when this does. In the meantime, you can go over to Red River Honey and Bees. Find us there on Facebook and Instagram, and you can kind of see what we do with the honeybee section there. So for now, we're going to sign off, try to put this thing together and get this on the airways. But Red River Honey and Bees, or YouTube channel, you can find us Red River Kentucky Farms. Again, we ask you, if you will, share the video, subscribe to our channel, hopefully help us grow this thing together. There will be plenty of ups and downs. Let's just hope there are more ups than there are downs. So again, if we get a quart of maple syrup, you'll be there with us for that. If we burn it all up, you'll be there with us for that too. But for now, we'll sign off, get this thing rolling, and hope you again have a happy new year, and we'll see you again next time. Thanks.